Hiya.
Hello.
Here we are. It's actually daytime for a change, so the lights are all funny. We haven't done a daytime video, have we?
No.
You know, I did one earlier on talking about the new Amiga. No, not necessarily the new Amiga, but it was inspired by the Knights, you know, the Imperial Knights.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Someone on the comments said that they didn't like the rules for Knights. Yeah. Someone further down said they really did like the rules for Knights. Well, I just got my brain churning. Well, what makes good rules for a model?
What makes good rules for a game, doesn't it?
Yeah. What makes good rules?
Lots of interpretations on that one.
You know, so I did an entire post, an entire video just about me waffling. You know, you get some people who will have a bad game and blame the rules, and some people have a great game and blame the rules, but it could have been the dice. It could have been your poor tactical choices.
It's a game.
It's a game. Yeah, almost like there's more involved. So yeah, go and watch that video. Why am I a topic in comparison to you?
Because I'm sat here with the camera, I've got to get in there.
Like by like a mile.
If I move back, then I disappear off the edge.
Thank you, Mr. Gandalf.
Yeah.
So have I got to move forward? Alright,
yeah, that's better.
Alright, let me get level with you.
Right, yeah.
There we go.
I might be short, but
you know, I'm sure. You know, yeah. Right, there we go. Brilliant. What's going on?
What's going on?
He's deciding to go and set his own thing up, which actually excites me a little bit because it's doing what? You tell me. You tell them.
I am venturing out on my own.
Yeah, you've spent like a year with me.
Yeah.
And how's that been? Big
amazing. No, seriously, my confidence as a painter, my painting standard has shot up.
Yeah, it has.
Learned a lot. Learned a lot about what I want as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Through doing more generic, sort of taking generic commissions.
Yeah.
And that's where this has come from, is that I'm moving on for a fresh venture, really.
Yeah, it's when your palate gets bored of something, you've got to spice it up at the end of the day, don't you? And that's why I absolutely encourage that. You know, so yeah, what is it?
So I'll be focusing my painting around sort of role-playing games in like Dungeons and Dragons, really.
Yeah.
Going back to my childhood.
Sorry, just Dungeons and Dragons. You know,
no, mainly fantasy, but it can be any sort of role-playing game, rather than the wargaming.
So you're less models.
Less models. Yeah, well, I suppose it's less models, more characters.
Yeah, absolutely.
Getting into those characters as well, you know, for people get very, very attached to their characters and their avatar within a game.
Yeah.
You know, the illustration, they do our illustrations of them, they write full backstories created, you know. And Dungeons and Dragons and the Red Starter set was where I started.
Yeah. I've never done it, you know. Never done role play,
I think we talked about it, didn't we? Where it's not.
I just don't think I fit, or I don't know. There's something missing in role play for me, you know. Because I remember when I was a kid, I was really fascinated by Dungeons and Dragons and the fighting fantasy books.
Yeah.
And I was also really fascinated by Confrontation, old Games Workshop, what would have been Necromunda / Inquisitor, and the fact that the game went into a lot of detail, but ultimately my brain was saying I can build models for all this, as opposed to I can have this adventure.
Yep.
I didn't care about the adventure, but I did enjoy the detail that went in. Like, did you get your bullet in the gun on the roll of a 1?
Yeah.
No, you accidentally set the bullet off and shot your hand off with your own thumb, or something.
That level
I don't
of
know.
detail,
yeah,
isn't it?
It really is. But at the end of the day, when it came to role play, the small amount of role play I got involved in or watched, because I watched a lot of role play because of where I used to paint in Fanboy.
Yeah.
And that does not tick any of my boxes at all. No way.
I suppose it's even more hit and miss than playing 40k. In the you know, people will argue over rules in 40k and other war games as well. You know, people's interpretation of it and stuff. You know, role-playing games traditionally, the rules, they're very loose. You know, it's really down to the dungeon master.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, again, I don't think
it's storytelling.
It's
going on an adventure together.
But I think it's about how you're going to tell the story and how you're going to be in the character. You know, so I could give again, as I like to do, I like to give two extreme points of view on what I see. You know, generally what I see is I see a craply drawn map on a bit of graph paper, and I see a lot of poor acting, pretending.
Yeah.
And some dice rolling. Now, not something I want to get involved in, but at the opposite end of the scale, someone's imagination has to be really keen and really sharp in order to have such a basic setup and fill in all them blanks, because that essentially is where roleplay is taking place.
Yeah.
It's taking place in there,
yeah.
And I'm only seeing that exterior of it, you know. But at the end of the day, my imagination conjures models. You know, it conjures that.
Yeah, and the new 5th edition of Dungeons and Dragons moved to a battle system that required tokens.
Yeah.
And stuff, so and miniature. So people have moved. There's a little bit of a growing miniature scene really with the Dungeons and Dragons. Good. A lot of terrain scene as well.
Yeah.
Love the terrain being done, full dungeon layouts.
Like that stuff we saw at Marriage.
Modular. Yeah.
That was top. That.
Full modular dungeon systems and everything, and you know. So that's the way I'm heading. Yeah.
He's already shown me a picture of what's that lady in the green?
Oh, she's a wood elf cleric or mage, whatever you want it to be.
So he's been doing non-mets on like some of the gold trim, and
the first thing I did was come in and go.
The first thing he did was complain about his own work, and the first thing I did was tell him he was wrong, because he's good at it, man. He's got it right.
It was a fair attempt, but I've learnt a lot. And
if you hadn't have said that you thought it was crap, I wouldn't have known that you had something to learn. You know, in your opinion, you've got.
It just didn't. I know where I made. The point is that I know where I made the mistakes. It's not maybe about learning. It's learning in that respect, knowing the mistakes. I know what to do, what I'll be aiming for next time. And I'll give it another crack.
Yay! That's what matters. You know, see how you go with different shapes on armour and things like that as well.
Yeah, I've got a nice paladin model that's got. I'm going to do the gold armour on.
Yeah. Nice clean armour, nice clean shapes is what's really good to learn on. Or should I say, really good to find out if you really have got it right.
Well, I think the other thing is as well is that there's that much NMM done on armour that all the images on the internet, you've got reference points to certain stuff that you can. Yeah. I think that's for me, is I work off quite visually off. You could say I'm quite good at copying.
That's what painting is. That's exactly what it is. You know,
left to my own devices, I always need a reference and a visual reference.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, that's exactly how to do it. You know. So
yeah. So that's where it's going. So I won't be doing commissions for Golem.
After which projects?
Got this Wrath of Kings project and some Space Marines.
Ultramarines.
Ultra
Ultramarines. Right, brilliant.
I love Smurfs anyway.
So in the meantime, when you're finishing off them projects, where can people find you in preparation for your new venture?
At the moment, you can find me on Instagram at dragonborn_painting.
Dragonborn, BORN.
Painting.
Oh yeah.
You can see some bits of the Wrath of Kings up there as well at the moment.
Yeah, it's nice stuff.
As I'm doing it.
I like the shell guys.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't expect business like that. When I first saw them, I was like, what?
Well, yeah.
I like it. Like something out of the Mighty Boosh.
I think the thing with it, because it's a cool mini or not game, and
is it?
Yeah,
I did not know
it's
that.
a Simon game.
Right, okay. Given that I don't really hang around socially on media much anymore.
No.
Oh, seriously, on forums, I don't. I'm not plugged in at the moment.
But it's cast in like, or it's been produced in the softer plastic.
Oh, what Ronnie Renton might call restic.
I don't know.
Resin plastic.
Yeah, it's kind of in between.
Same, yeah.
And the thing is, on the larger models that are around sort of a 40mm scale, 35-40mm.
There's only super glue work on it. I
don't know. I only ever use super glue.
Even on plastics.
Yeah.
Savage, man. Savage. Why did I ever give you a job?
Because I'm lazy. I'm also cheapskate. No.
Check this out. You don't interview with stuff like this, do you?
No. Yeah, so getting back to the point, no, I do have plastic glue. It just instantly sticks, doesn't it?
It's your business, mate, not mine.
They don't fall apart anyway. So,
no. Oh yeah.
It's softer plastics on the bigger models.
Yeah.
Absolutely fine. The detail's really good.
Yeah.
Nice and crisp.
Which is what you want.
Smaller models, which are around a 20mm size, actually, some of the smallest ones.
Okay.
They've put a lot of detail on that's just got rounded.
Okay.
The edges, are not as raised. You've got to be quite careful. It's a little bit more tricky to find the edges or what shapes things will be. But some interesting models. They're all the ones I'm doing are all sea themed. So you've got like the shell crackers and these fryers spelt.
Fryers?
Yeah, they're they're called gutter fryers. There's all these like blob sea crustacean tentacle things.
Right, got you.
Supposed to have
I have seen these things, by the way. If it's not from Games Workshop, my brain doesn't compute it too easy.
So that will be finished very soon. Actually, I'm 2/3 of the way through that now.
Oh, nice one, man. Nice one.
Some ultramarines for someone, and then it's on to new ventures. But I'll be launching my website pretty soon.
Cool. And if you find him on Instagram, I'll put an address in some kind of letters there, and probably a link below. I say probably, it's going to be a link below. So yeah, you'll be able to find him.
So if anyone's into the kind of anything based off and Dungeons and Dragons, you can get into NPCs with all the little goblins and things like that. But
1 second.
What's an NPC? Non-player character.
Non-player character. Thank you. Yeah. Right, cool. Right, camera rolling.
Yeah. So you get all the Gribblies.
Gribblies.
Yeah.
Right.
All the different creatures.
So like a random tentacle comes out a wall, basically.
Yeah.
And you
or goblins or whatever. The main thing's goblins and evil dwarves and dungeon masters will have to have a large selection of different
NPCs.
Yeah.
Check me out. Yeah. Brilliant. So yeah. So what else has been going on? You seen the latest White Dwarf?
No. I've been too absorbed in the world of make believe to get out into the real world.
Yeah, fair enough. This month for me has been well exciting because of the new Eisenhower book.
I saw it out on social media, the images. Yeah, it looks super cool.
The new model's really good. I've started reading all the short stories in the build up to Magos. And for those that don't know, the new Eisenhower book is one novel at the end, and then all the short stories that go in between the Eisenhower and Ravener books, all them short stories are in there, and at the end they all come together, allegedly, in this one book called Magos at the end of this omnibus, and I'm currently churning my way through it at the moment.
Everything you said then.
Go on, made sense.
No.
Brilliant.
Not to me anyway. And this is the difference.
Right, is that because I said it like crap? Oh, because you don't know games.
I just don't. I'm not into the lore. I'm not into the thing. I love the models and I like the gameplay. I just didn't grow up with that lore. As a kid, getting the Games Workshop books and blah blah blah. I had flipping the fighting fantasies and the stuff like
I
that.
just couldn't get enough. Do you know what my first book I ever read was while we're on the subject of non-Games Workshop and childhood, this is what got me into it. Dragons of Autumn Twilight for Dragonlance. I don't know if you remember that, but that was the first book I ever read, and it proper made an impact on me. Decided I wanted to be a wood elf when I grew up. Consequently, I never grew up or became a wood elf, but there you have it. You know.
You'd make a good wood elf. Yeah. Get
you.
on Hero Forge.
Yeah, baldy head.
And do your character.
Really? What's Hero Forge?
Hero Forge is basically a 3D printers.
Alright, got it.
But you can go on and make your own character, and you can use your own images. I think, like your face and things like that.
You won't want to use that.
But you can go on and, like, for free. You don't have to order it. You can create it will render the 3D sculpt on
and
the
then
computer,
it's up to you
so you
to
can
print
see
it
it.
out.
Yeah.
Wow, crackers.
Have a look what you look like as an elf.
Well, I'm not sure. Maybe when I was younger I had like long blonde hair, but
you could be an old elf. Yeah, an old elf.
An old grizzled elf. And I've just hair at the sides like that.
Yeah.
You can plant some leaves.
No such thing though, is there? They're all old.
Baldy elf. They're all old and young.
At the same time, because they go away and get regenerated. And
do they?
Yeah.
Wow. Down the old wood elf spa. See what I did? Thank you. Should we leave it there?
I think so.
Rock on, dude.
Yeah, you too.
Good looking, you new razzmatazz. Oh, we've got to be at Salute.
Oh, why did
there you go. See, Salute.
Tickets are booked for Salute. Off we
Nice
go,
one.
and I believe
you're just hanging around.
I'll get stuck at some stall or game for all day and miss everything generally.
Yeah,
that's what happens.
So if you see him and you've got some bits to paint, then
I'll wear my t-shirt.
What, your Dragon Forge t-shirt, your Dragonborn t-shirt? Oh, you
I haven't got them printed.
Oh, right, okay, right, fair enough.
So, I'll wear my golden one.
You can't
see
miss
some dude going on
and
a golden t-shirt.
Yeah, and then I'll be on.
I'll be the one looking lost and harassed amongst the crowd of people.
You might. I tell you what, it's easy to feel lost in Salute. It's a big place, and
I can't wait.
I can't wait to see it. Busy.
I've been to lots of other little gaming shows and clubs and whatnot, but I haven't actually made it down to Salute before, so this is a good one.
I enjoy it. Whether I go if I'm working, because I've worked a lot of Salutes, helping out certain companies here and there, and I've last year.
I'm excited to see what's new, what stuff's out there.
Yeah.
Because it's a good expo, isn't it? For what's coming out.
Absolutely.
New stuff.
And I tell you what I like at the moment. There's a lot of companies that are really they're making a really professional effort, and not just about models. So you've seen these new brushes going on. The Opus things,
the Opus ones.
And that looks like it's coming through a couple of real dedicated people that I know. And I'd love to see what's going on there. I'm out there at Salute, and then obviously the painting competition's always going to be
a draw. Yeah,
for me, definitely. That's generally
I'm
what
interested
I'm interested
to see
in.
it because the historical section I'm really interested to see.
Yeah, okay. I think you should enter. Actually, I said that, but then again, it might be a bit weird, given that I'm a judge.
Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah.
I'd always make the right decision. But
I did say I was going to try and enter this year, but I think things, I think I've got enough on.
Yeah,
I think I'd like to go. I think the other thing is when you enter any competition, even if it's part of something bigger, you always got your heads on. Oh, I wonder how wonder how it's going.
I remember when I don't enter many competitions. I was at the doubles tournament and I won best painted warlord.
Yeah.
And I entered that, but that's not necessarily a serious competition. You haven't painted anything.
No, it
for
isn't specifically for that. It's just a showcase of whose armies are down there.
Yeah, and I felt really. I was embarrassed to win. Not shy, I think is the word, but I was so chuffed that I actually won something. But at the same time, when I entered Golden Demon in the past, which I've only done twice ever, once, I took some. I painted about 8 years earlier, 5 or 6 years earlier, something I can't remember exactly, and that was my Baneblade. I really enjoyed seeing that in the hands of the judges and getting looked at and all that. And I only got a finalist pin. That was a lot of fun. And then the first time I entered was when they did regional finals in stores, and that must have been 1991 or 92. So that's I'm not a competition guy. Yet I end up now judging them. You know, crackers. I don't know what the point was to that. Just what was I saying? It's just a good thing, isn't it? Painting is cool. I'm gonna really.
Yeah, I will be on the lookout for anything that really grabs me. I do it all the time at game shows.
Yeah.
Go with them. I'm not going for anything in particular.
Yeah. I just can't wait to have my eyeballs amazed by paint jobs, because that's really what I get a kick out of looking for. I'll tell you one thing I do look for. I'm looking to see if I can do it.
Yeah.
And if I look at a model and I can't see how you've done it, then I start to get a little bit excited about it. Yeah. Or if I can see how you've done it and I think, fuck, how would I do that? And once I start to enthuse about the process, because my eye kind of like does a Haynes manual to a paint job. I kind of like look at it and go, boom, that's how that's done. And then I whap it all back together like an exploded diagram. You know, sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. But either way, the point is that I create a process in my head immediately. And if that process excites me, you know, that's one of the things I look for.
I can't stop doing that at the moment on Instagram. With some of the...
Is that a good thing?
You know, looking at them and, you know, working out how that was painted and that process in your
It's such a cool skill to me.
And more and more I think I'm getting it right as to how that was done.
Well, the thing is, you know, for those people that are always asking, oh, how did you paint, or what colours do you use, stop asking, man. Stop asking that question. Start developing your skill to be able to...
Dark to light.
Reverse engineer.
Light to dark.
Yeah,
that's
Is it blue? Is it green? Is it a greeny blue? Is it more greeny blue than it is a bluey green? You know, make it easy. And
it's unlikely that you were going to get it the exact colour that somebody else, when you're looking at a digital image that they've taken, blah, 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 all of those steps,
all them variables.
All the different variables.
And then you're looking at it through your screen,
you want to
your
know,
resolution, and your light, so you're never going to get a perfect match.
They'll go, oh, it was this paint. If you ask somebody, it was Ushabti, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, like...
The highlights were Ushabti. You put it on and it doesn't look the same on yours that it does on theirs. You may have painted it really well and everything.
Exactly. I thought I was getting out 2 pots of Calidor Sky, but I've not... But, you might have 2 in the same pot, and they might be slightly different colours as well, so... You know, you've got so many variables that stop being so fussy about it. Yeah, keep it simple.
Do you like it?
Is the right answer.
That's it.
And if you don't like it, what should you do? It's like a test, this, isn't it? You should try and find the fact of what you don't like instead of sit there going, oh, I just don't like it. That ain't going to fix anything. If you can say, I just don't like it because that purple is a little too red, or that purple is a little too blue, or that purple is a little too pink.
I found myself saying a lot more. There's something not quite right about that for me.
Yeah,
on this model, and I'm looking at it. Going on, it just needs a bit of a shadow in there, a bit of a shade, a little bit of a, and that, the contrast's not enough between 2 places.
Contrast is an interesting thing, isn't it? How many minutes are we on air? We're on 23 minutes. I know. This is what I like doing. Let's not stop doing videos.
No. Most definitely. I need the coverage.
You've got it. No, you've got it. You've got it.
I need the coverage.
What we'll do is we'll edit the video so there's a line there. I'll share this side on my channel.
Oh, here's something for you. The sort of things that I will be mainly painting, if you go and have a look at Dark Sword miniatures.
Oh, right, I've got a couple of their bits and bobs.
Love them. Ace models, great casts.
They do,
lovely. They did Game of Thrones.
Yeah, so I've got Tyrion Lannister, not Tyrion, Tywin.
But I'd ordered a couple. That Wood Elf is a Dark Sword.
Got it.
And you just know what. It's not big.
Oh, okay.
You just know when you paint something that there's. You can see it when it arrives. And a metal, when it's primed, you go,
Yeah,
oh yes. And then when you start painting it, it just goes. The paint just goes in the right places.
Paints itself, good models like that, aren't they?
Yeah.
That orc bust I did, that was like that. It just screamed at me just to paint it in the right way.
And it does it.
Yeah, it told me how to do it.
You're not fighting against the miniature. I've had a few of them.
Yeah, man. Should we
leave it at that?
I think so.
Dragonborn painting.
Golem
painting.
No, yeah, but the thing is, right, in fact,
I'm a bit of both at the moment. I'm a bit confused.
don't be confused. You've got a queue, haven't you? You've got Golem stuff, then Dragonborn stuff, surely.
Yeah.
I'd hope. I don't know. No, it's going to work like this for me now. I don't really
where's
intend
the commission stuff's...
I'm not bothered. I just love teaching. I like doing these videos. I know the last year and 2 years have been a bit up and down for me as far as being active in the community or whatever it is. But at the end of the day, I've had a lot of health issues that I'm still working out. But ultimately, I just enjoy passing my skills on to you guys. So
I think that's the same for me. I think there are a lot of good commission companies out there who have a lot of painters, and they to choose from. You know, there's a lot of companies to choose from. To get it to that level, the management of getting it to that is a full-time job in itself and a stress.
Yeah, that's something you don't get paid for. Yeah,
you know.
Remember that, by the way. I need to say this. Remember that if you're asking a commission painter to paint something for you, just remember there's a bunch of stuff that they don't get paid for, like answering email after email after email, like sitting down and doing all the admin, like going out and buying all your models or going out and buying all that stuff they don't get paid for. So if you've ever got a complaint about a commission painter's price, keep it to yourself because you're wrong. It's as simple as that. You know, these guys probably don't make minimum wage as it is.
Yeah.
Then on top of that, they've got to pay tax, they've got to pay their insurance, they've got to pay for whatever else, whatever quality brushes. You know, so just shut up. It's as simple as that. It is as simple as that. Just shut up and support the artist. If you want quality work, then
Golem's going to be a. It's got what it always the hobbies on there. It's a place for it.
Do you know what I think? What Golem is now, and this is what I'm learning. Golem is pretty much. It's Tommy,
really.
Yeah, it's just
Tommy, and that's the. Yeah. I think that's the.
You want to just pay attention to what I'm doing. It's like Neighbours, but for my life. Neighbours.
Yes.
I suppose you might say Coronation Street just for one character.
The identity of Golem has very much been shaped by you, hasn't it? And
do you know what? Right. I'd like to say but at the same time. It's only been shaped by me because it's kind of been... Because my work figureheaded it. But ultimately, you know, Golem was not created by me. It was not...
No.
You know, a lot of the work was done by other painters. You know, Mike Newman is the person who created it. He used all my images and all my work. Made the website, popped up to me one day and
said... that's what I mean. The identity is very much you because it's your work.
Yeah.
That everyone you know, we all love your work, and it's like
thank you,
and you see the images and you go wow, and Golem's associated with that.
Yeah.
You know, then on the commission side of it, it's a different, different story when you've got 12 painters under, you know, and doing all that and trying to and maintaining.
It was really stressful at the time. If I'm honest,
it's mega stressful.
My health was low, so my stomach was really bad. My head was really bad. You know, it didn't matter what I ate. I was deficient in all sorts, and it made me a crazy madman.
Stressful,
you know.
Stressful, and you know that's the.
Don't do that, by the way. If you're going to do your own way, don't do that.
No, Dragonborn is me.
Good.
It happens from my spare bedroom.
Good. For your studio.
It's a spare bedroom. Studio. Come on.
God, everyone's got a studio.
Putting out there that's why I've not called it a studio. It's painting studio.
Have you got an easel? Have you got an easel?
Have you got an easel?
Have you got a
I've got a chair, a desk, a light, some water, a brush and some paints.
Have you got a pro setup?
Pro setup.
Have you got a pro setup? Yeah.
What do you mean?
Have you got like a rack with all your colours organised and dropper bottles?
They're in a big box.
You see, studio.
That's what I mean, and that's why I've not put studio at the end of it, because it isn't a studio.
No.
It's me painting, working from home, yeah, painting stuff and keeping it at a reasonable level. If you like my painting, you come and
say hi.
Come and.
This is my living room, by the way, that we're in. You know, do you want a quick guided tour? Well, that's my living room. There's my guitars. There's
you break down all these myths. We can all take ace photos of certain stuff. You know, our desk set up all nice and everything. You know.
Yep. So I hope you like my bedroom.
Mine's a working studio. It's an absolute tip. He's paint everywhere.
I like to keep mine pretty tidy, you know. But again, there's my box of paints. How do I point? There you go. There's my box of paints. That's where I keep everything. I drag everything out that I need, and I put it on my desk, and that's that. So. Yeah.
But you'd be a better painter if you had them all nice in a rack.
No, I'm not up for that. You know. There's some painters.
I mean, some pictures of people's desk setups. I think, oh my god, come and do that for me, will you?
Yeah, I love a rack. I'm thinking about a rack at the moment because I'm getting sick of that freaking bucket. You know, should we leave it there? Because we've done half an hour. These guys might be freaking bored. So
this is us having a chat now. You really shouldn't go out on YouTube.
It might just end up. The file might be too big for my phone to do the editing because I do it all on my phone as well. So. There you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, over and out.
See you later, guys.
Rock on.